welcome. Well, George, here you are all sitting down, friends. Was it always the way when you were contenders for that heavyweight championship?
I didn't think so. How would you be friendly with a fellow who knocks you down with a straight right hand and another one who barely missed you with a left hook that almost take your neck off? Joe Frazier.
Joe, did you ever hurt each other?
How could you be friends with a guy who knocked you down 7 times in the first fight, 6 times down in the last fight, and every now and then you talk with him, he said, I want you to be quiet. So you really have to be quiet. I think it was some fantastic fights that we had within the years that went by. If we could do it all again, I would.
Oh.
They asked me when Mohammed Ali took the title from me, did he hurt me? And there I am with a big black eye. Eyes swollen up, and they asked me, did it hurt?
Now, Ali...
So I think the press did more damage than anything.
Well, you fought these guys, Ali, and you've got a face as pretty as a picture. How'd you keep your pretty
Boo.
face? Yeah. How do you keep that pretty face?
Praying to God.
It's the prettiest face in the world. Now, George, you're just about to make a comeback, but when you were retired from boxing for a bit, what did you do in that time?
Well, I raised children mostly. I tried to retire on a farm, but all I was raising was dirt. So I started raising a lot of children. I'm a full-time preacher, of course.
Tell me how you became a preacher.
Well, it was pretty easy. I think the last fellow I fought was Jimmy Young. He whipped the devil out of me.
And then after that, you decided to become a preacher, take up the ministry?
Well, yeah, and that's why today we travel around the country to acquaint people with us other than boxing. The Champions Forever Tour is about the world seeing a video of us, Joe Frazier, Mohammed Ali, and myself, Kenny Norton, as people other than boxers.
Right.
Our life stories are compact in it.
Right.
And we can't tell you everything now.
No,
you want about a video.
Yeah. That's right. Joe, you also retired 10 years ago, but you haven't been away from boxing. What do you do?
Well, I did made a start back. Somehow I fought a guy to a draw, and my kids didn't like the way how I look out. I come out after the draw. So they said, Dad, you better hang it up. So what I did, right now I have young men in the gym I'm working with for the newly, let's say, game coming up, the Olympic game. So therefore these young men are working pretty hard. My sons and Bert and Tommy, these guys are promoters now. So therefore I'm just helping the young men, let's say, to go to be fine men, you know what I mean? And whatever people like to see me, I go around and promote, and now we're promoting Champions Forever. It's just a lot of fun, that's all.
Most of us, at least people like me, who aren't in the boxing fraternity because I'm just not quite big enough, most of us think of boxing as the film Rocky. Now, was Rocky true to life? Is a lot of that training...
We think that the film Rocky was based on Joe Frazier's life. You see, Rocky...
And Muhammad.
Yeah?
Yeah, and so it was a recreation of some of the exploits they had. He was running down